America's policy towards Syria is basically Israel's policy. And what the United States was bent on doing was wrecking Syria and keeping it wrecked. That's the Israeli objective here. This is what the Israelis want to do with Iran. They don't simply want to do away with Iran's nuclear capability. They surely do want to do that, but they want to wreck Iran. They want to turn Iran into Syria. And what the Israelis are doing in Syria is going to great lengths to make sure that Syria remains a dysfunctional state. They don't want Syria to become a formidable adversary. They want it to remain broken. And of course, the United States will support the Israelis in that regard. So of course, the Israelis are not going to allow the Americans to give huge amounts of aid to Jelani so that he can produce a viable Syrian state, because that's not Israeli policy. Just look at what they're doing in Iran. What they're doing in Lebanon. It's a similar situation. You know, I often point out to people that when I was young, I was always surprised that the Israelis were so interested in creating a Kurdish state. I couldn't understand why Israeli leaders and Israeli supporters in the United States talked about creating a Kurdish state. But then I figured out the reason is that if you create a Kurdish state, you break apart Syria, you break apart Iraq, you break apart Iran, and you even break apart, in all likelihood, Turkey.